monster, you say damn, monster, monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say damn, monster, monster. Let's ride, we got the green light, it's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll, on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get light, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on earth. It's the monster.
Oakland, this is Monster Jam!
Oakland, you ready? This is JCB Racing. 8 drivers have been randomly seated into the bracket, but they're going to be racing against the clock. Only one winner can win. JCB Racing. Now, come on, California. I need you to get rowdy if you're ready for JCB Racing. Yeah.
Well, first, make some noise for Dalton Widener, shell-shocked. In this competition, truck and driver against the clock. The winner with the fastest time gets the first 8 points of the event. And with each event points on the line, we add them all at the end, and that, the person with the highest amount of points, will be our BKT overall event championship. So you see the yellow lights on each end of the floor. That means the driver needs to fire and stage. When you see a second yellow light pop up, that means that truck is staged and we're ready to go green. And 11.133. 11.133, the time for Dalton Widener in shell-shocked. Earlier this afternoon, the fastest time at 10.39. So to win this competition, you definitely want to be in the 10-second time frame. Shell-shocked kicks us off, 11.133, the time to beat. Everybody in Oakland, get your zombie arms up for Barry Musauer's Zombie Stars and Stripes. A sea of zombie arms around the arena. Barry Musauer Zombie Stars and Stripes pulling to the line and ready to go green. .119, the fastest time of the weekend right now for Zombie Stars and Stripes. Barry Musauer Zombie would win the JCB Racing competition Friday night. Earlier this afternoon, it was Tyler Menninga Gravedigger. We'll see who can take the top spot. Again, he's been our BKT overall event champion twice so far this weekend. Can he make it 3 in a row? Let's hear it for Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Next week, all of these drivers are going to be back in the Stadium Series at SoFi Stadium. If you're having a blast tonight, you're going to want to get your tickets for that at monsterjam.com. Now let's do the green light. .559. 10.559 for Tyler Menninga Gravedigger. Time that would have won the JCB Racing competition earlier, but right now Gravedigger in second. Three down, 5 to go. Zombie Stars and Stripes, the current time to beat. 10.119. Up next, let's hear it from Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Get a second-generation driver, finding his way in the industry, in the sport, making a name for himself, continuing the family legacy, trying to take down the top spot right now, Zombie Stars and Stripes. A wild ride and a 10.856. Not used to wow moments in racing, but Mike Christensen, Vendetta, giving it to us. Really trying to attack that turn as tight as possible. A little too tight. Clipping the Morgan & Morgan backflip ramp and almost sending that truck into an endo. All right, where are the fans at? Let's hear it for Caleb Blood and Sparkle Smash. Zombie Stars and Stripes, time to beat, 10.119. .712 for Sparkle Smash. Caleb Blood getting a little squirrely in the straightaway. Having a slow down and check up right here, just a little too tight in the turn, hitting the Monster Jam pod, going wide and really having a slow down right there to make that final turn. Up next, let's hear it for Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. I gotta say, this might be one of the most California Monster Jam trucks ever created. He can bring the tricks. Let's see if he's got the speed in JCB Racing. The first 9-second pass of the weekend with a 9.958. Your new leader, Tech Deck Rec Deck. Slow is fast, and right here is where you see the slow part to get around that turn real fast and then hit the gas over the finish line. Tech Deck Rec Deck, new time to beat, 9.958. 2 passes left in JCB Racing. SoFi Stadium, California, just a few years ago, he would take the World Finals Racing Championship. Ready for the top spot right now, it's Zach Garner, Wild Side. .586 for Zach Garner, wild side. Our driver's getting faster as the weekend goes on. And again, Zach's time right there could have won JCB Racing yesterday or earlier this afternoon. But again, these drivers, these trucks, we keep getting faster. Wild side right now in fourth. Tech Deck, Rec Deck. First place, time to beat 9.958. One competitor remaining in JCB Racing. Everybody put your bullhorns up. And let's hear it for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Time to beat 9.958. Tech Deck, Rec Deck. First 8 points on the line. It's an 11.353. 11.353 for El Toro Loco. That means your JCB Racing winner with a 9.958 is Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Right now, I want anybody who has a skateboard, loves to skateboard, loves watching people skateboard. Somebody make some noise. Where my skateboarders at? Come on.
Bryce, congratulations. Not only did you just snag the first 8 points of the evening, you also had the fastest pass time of the entire weekend. How did you do it, and how did you look so cool, calm, and collected?
Well, I don't know about the cool part, but I think the truck does that part for me. But, you know, coming out here, it's so cool because this dirt in Oakland is awesome. It's loose. If you see it, kind of the truck pitching that 12,000 pounds, pitching into the corner there, and you see kind of the dirt start to fall away. That's good for us as drivers because we can drift the truck, but there's also plenty of traction here as well. So that means when you step on that throttle, you get all those 1,500 horsepower out of these Monster Jam trucks.
I love that you mentioned that traction because that's going to be needed for our next competition of the day, the Skills Challenge. On the pod, there's a lot of different obstacles, the 8-pack, the single log, multiple ramps. What do you have your eye on for the Skills Challenge?
Well, I've been terrible this weekend in the skills competition, so anything is good for us. But, you know, it's just about getting that vibe and that confidence up. There's a lot of nose wheelies off of this pod, and the way it's built, there's one lip. And so it's more about getting that nose wheelie going, and then what kind of combos can you get as a result. And so, man, I've got the best job in the world. Oakland, I know you're having fun, but I know you're also ready for more. If you're ready for a little bit more Monster Jam, a little bit more controlled chaos, use your outside voice and let me hear you!
A little too much momentum for Caleb Blood. Sparkle smash. Working on the stoppie there to pop it up on those front two BKT tires. So she's going to get another attempt to clean it up a little bit.
Let's hear it for Kayla Blood. Sparkle smash. Scoring is open. Head to judgeszone.com right now, or you can scan that QR code, your city code OAK. 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
So Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash, and our drivers trying to balance 12,000 pounds on two BKT tires. Takes the right amount of momentum, throttle, brake, reverse sometimes. And if you've got too much momentum going into it, in a small space like this, tight space like this, you gotta be quick. And so Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash, scores are in. And the score is 5.327. 5.327. Caleb Blood, Sparkle Smash, kicking off our skills competition. So popping it up, had good momentum, hit the brake a little too early probably there. And coming out the tunnel now, everybody put your bullhorns up. Here comes Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Plenty of opportunity right now for our other 7 drivers to lock in some great scores at judgeszone.com. El Toro Loco, attempt number 1. Not getting the momentum necessarily to pop those back tires up right, but being quick to throw it in reverse, and a reverse wheelie for El Toro Loco.
Let's hear it for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores now.
Tough break on the first attempt. Second attempt, great execution. Quick reverse, jams it into drive, walks it up the pod on those back 2 BKT tires, blowing the smoke, having all the fun. El Toro Loco scores her in, and the score is 7.624. Your new leader is El Toro Loco. We've seen a unicorn. We've seen a bull. Let's throw a turtle in the mix. Time to get shell-shocked with Dalton Widener. Dalton Widener lining up right now, shell-shocked. Going for attempt number 1. Great setup, getting the roar from the crowd right now. Take a little stroll on the runway in reverse. Moonwalk into a wheelie. Dalton Widener, shell shock, bringing a combo package to our 2-wheel skills challenge. Order in the number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's see if he can throw in 5, 6, and 7 with this next attempt.
Let's hear it for Dalton Widener, shell-shocked. 20 seconds on the clock. Let's lock in those scores now.
Former college football player, now packing arenas, stadiums around the world with Shell Shocked, making its debut in the fall of last year. But Dalton Widener now a few seasons deep in Monster Jam, and he's going to be SoFi Stadium next week with all of our superstars on Stadium West. Scores are in. Score to beat El Toro Loco, 7.624. The score for Shell Shocked is 8.812. Your new leader is Shell Shocked. Big fan score right there, 9.223. Our expert judge balancing that to an 8.812. Dalton Widener, also known for throwing his steering wheel out the window while doing two-wheel skills in some of these stadium events that they've been in this year with Stadium Championship Series West. Again, you're going to want to catch all of the action from that next weekend on YouTube, or you can get your tickets to join us at SoFi Stadium. Up next, Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Nice setup as he's moonwalking up the pod. Not enough momentum. Tires started to slip, so setting the truck back down. Score to beat Shell Shocked, 8.812. Vendetta lining up for attempt number 2.
Let's hear it for Mike Christensen, Vendetta. 20 seconds. What did you think? JudgesZone.com. Locking those scores now.
Again, trying to balance 12,000 pounds on 2 tires. One of the most difficult things you can ask our Monster Jam superstars to do, and they make it look absolutely easy. And Mike Christensen, Vendetta, looking to score big right now with those moves. Here we go. Scores are in. Score for Vendetta is 6.511. 6.511 for Mike Christensen, Vendetta. With 4 trucks remaining and Shell Shocked, your current leader at an 8.812. Super Glue glued to the action replay, throwing it up on those front tires, walking on the pod. Going backwards with a moonwalk. Good momentum to set the truck back down on top of the pod. Tried to sneak in a little combo there, but just didn't have the lift of those front tires. And Oakland, right now, we want to remind you about our friendly fundraising competition with St. Jude and our drivers right now, where you can make a donation to St. Jude, pick your favorite truck and driver. And at the end of the event tonight, we're going to crown our St. Jude ambassador of the event. So what we are asking you to do right now, scan the QR code, pick your favorite truck and driver, and make a donation to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Every dollar that is donated helps support St. Jude's life-saving mission to end childhood cancer. And the unfortunate part is those families can't be here with us right now, but with your donations, they could be here at the next Monster Jam. So let's rally around these families. Let's make these donations. Let's end childhood cancer. And let's keep these families together during an absolutely difficult time in their family life. So St. Jude helps cover food, housing, transportation to make sure that the family can stay together while a child with childhood cancer is fighting for their life literally. So the least that we can do, if you're feeling good right now, Oakland, please scan that QR code, make a donation, pick your favorite truck and driver, and the driver that has the most donations in their name will be our St. Jude ambassador of the event. And so if a donation hits any minute now, you're going to see that driver start to take the lead. Again, scan the QR code, make a donation to St. Jude Children's Hospital. Together, we can end childhood cancer. And with everybody in the building, I think we can raise a couple $1,000s tonight. So Oakland, let's make it happen. Scan the QR code and let's end childhood cancer with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Because St. Jude supports families. St. Jude gives families hope. And families never receive a bill from St. Jude.
So they can focus
On helping their child live. So come on,
Monster Jam family.
just $1 can help save more lives.
Shell shocked. Dalton Widener, current leader in two-wheel skills. The second, 8 points up for grabs, 8.812. The score to beat. El Toro Loco, Jamie Garner sitting in second right now, 7.642. His best showing so far this weekend with two-wheel skills. Vendetta, Mike Christensen in third with a 6.511. And Sparkle Smash, Caleb Blood in fourth with a 5.327. 4 trucks remain in our two-wheel skills challenge. So have those phones ready at judgeszone.com. Looking for another 8 points tonight. Next competitor, Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Bryce Kenny launching out the tunnel right now, ready to take the top spot and hold on to the top spot for the BKT Overall Event Championship. Wasting no time, getting right into it. Getting a little wonky. Fighting the truck every step of the way and making it happen in attempt number 1. Almost too much momentum there. Perfect 90-degree angle, just hanging out.
Let's hear it for Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Let's lock in those scores, 20 seconds.
For anybody in here who is a mechanic, I'm sure you're wriggling in your seat every time they're doing this, just thinking about a transmission trying to function under that much pressure. And Bryce Kenny almost went the entire length of the arena, walking that truck backwards on those 2 BKT tires. So let's hear it for Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Scores are in. The score for Tech Deck, Rec Deck is 8.689. 8.689. Second place, and Oakland feeling away about that score right now. So big feelings about that score. If you haven't yet, hop on at judgeszone.com, join the party, and score the final 3 competitors who are all trying to chase the top spot. Shell shocked, 8.812, the score to beat. Zombie arms everywhere for Bari Musauer. Zombie Stars and Stripes, you're on board with Bari Musauer. Trying to get the combo in there, not able to make it happen. Zombie Stars and Stripes saluting the crowd right now with those zombie arms. All right, attempt number 2.
Barry Moosehour, Zombie Stars and Stripes. Head to judgeszone.com now to lock in those scores.
If there was ever a zombie apocalypse and zombies started flying like Zombie Stars and Stripes does, I'm not sure that's a world I want to be in, because that's crazy. Zombies are crazy as it is, and Barry Moosehour, one of the best to do it, and a Guinness World Record holder for donuts in a Monster Jam truck. Scores are in. Score for Zombie Stars and Stripes is 7.442. Fourth place right now for Zombie Stars and Stripes. 2 competitors remain and plenty of room to take the top spots. Oh, by the way, when in doubt, go full send like Barry Moosehour did in Zombie Stars and Stripes as we watch that super glue to the action replay. Bad to the bone? You better believe it. It's Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. All the phones are out filming right now. Use the hashtag MonsterJam. Tag us at MonsterJam. I think Tyler Menninga might be taking a nap. That truck is just sitting at 90 degrees. Dragging the flag and the tail end of the truck through the dirt here in Oakland. Trying to get the front of the truck to kind of settle down a little bit. Can we keep the combo going? I think he wanted more out of that 2-wheel skills move, so we're going to see if we can get more out of Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger for attempt number 2. At the lip of the ramp. Dancing around on the top of the pod. Straightens it back up. Combo City, baby, let's go. I don't know, chat. This looks like aura to me. Come on, Tyler Menninga.
Let's hear it for Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. 20 seconds. Let's lock in those scores. Judgeszone.com.
This guy is unbelievable behind the wheel as the black and green wrecking machine team Gravedigger celebrating almost, we're getting close to 45 years of Gravedigger action across the world, and it keeps going. All right, the scores are in. He's on top of the truck right now. The score for Tyler Meninga Gravedigger is 9.519. Your new leader is Gravedigger. Again, a kid from Iowa, growing up, a big fan of Monster Jam. One summer goes to Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina, and basically becomes family with the Andersons and has made his way up the ranks in Monster Jam, a World Finals champion, a series champion. So far, 2 BKT overall event championships this weekend, and he's looking to make it 3. Unbelievable skill and talent from Tyler Meninga Gravedigger. All right, our final competitor in 2-wheel skills, Zach Garner and Wildside. Tyler Meninga got the door open, giving the thumbs up to the fans. Let Wildside know who's number 1 right now in 2-wheel skills. Door's open, man. A big score to beat, so we need some big moves here from Wildside. Great start. A little back and forth. There we go. Can we keep it going? Great start for Zach Garner. Wildside, one more attempt. And a score of 9.519 to beat.
That was Zach Garner in Wildside. Let's lock in those scores. JudgesZone.com.
Trying to up the ante with a little bit of creativity for that second attempt, using the Morgan & Morgan backflip to pop the back tires up into a popper on top of the pod. But the first attempt, that's where the sauce was at for Zach Garner, Wildside. Great balance, great momentum, back and forth walk, little combo into a wheelie on top of the pod, and great action, but a big score to beat right now, 9.519. Gravedigger, the current leader, and if Wildside can't take the top spot from him, then Gravedigger is going to be our winner. So your scores are in at JudgesZone.com. The score for Wildside is 7.327. Sixth place for Wildside. That means your winner is Gravedigger!
Tyler, you are back on top with the skills challenge, especially during that second attempt. There was a lot of movement on top of the pod. Talk to us about how you fought to keep that truck on two tires.
You know what? I can tell you guys right now, that was a brand new Gravedigger hood, and I don't care that it's in pieces now because it's all for you fans right here in Oakland, California, baby. Are you guys having fun at Monster Jam tonight?
We know that you and Gravedigger are all about freestyle. That's our final competition of the day. What do you have planned to wow these Oakland fans?
Oakland, I can promise you one thing. I'll tell you what, Gravedigger was the creator of Monster Jam Freestyle back in 1982. Dennis Anderson, baby. And I can tell you one thing. I'm not going to let that slip under my belt right here. Gravedigger is going to get ran into the ground right here inside of Oracle Arena. Are you guys ready for Monster Jam Freestyle?
These guys travel all over the world. Coming up first, Taylor Addins. Woo! Up next, we have Braden Putnam. Yeah! Dean Pate is up next. Woo! We got Jared LaRue. Oh, yeah, they ain't done yet. You guys want to see more from X Rider? Yeah. Get it. Superman! Wow! Oh, it ain't over yet. Who wants to see more? Scream! Woo! Coming up now from Bakersfield, California, Braden Putnam. Here is Dean Pate. Jared LaRue. I think these guys got one more in them. You guys want to see a little bit more Oakland? Scream! Okay, coming up next, we have our best trick competition. Woo! Wow! The front flip. Jared LaRue bringing in the flip as well. Round of applause. Let's hear it for FMX Rider. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's do it. It ain't over yet. It is now time for our best trick competition. Each rider will have one attempt to do their best trick while in midair. Now listen up, Oakland, because it's going to be up to you to crown the winner. We're going to be using judgeszone.com. So get ready for FMX Best Trick Competition.
All right, Oakland, you have two assignments. One of them is going to be to pick our winner. The second one is to get loud for these guys. These are guys that feed off of energy. And so far on a scale of 1 to 10, we're at about a 6, 7 maybe. I want to hear what a 10 sounds like. So on the count of 3, make as much noise as you can. 1, 2, 3. That's what we need when the riders come flying out of the tunnel and they're flying through the air. We need to bring it up to 10. Up first, Taylor Eddins. Taylor, one of our 3 riders from California. California, the home of extreme motorsports. And FMX is one of those things that just continues to get crazier and crazier. And remember, as soon as you see him flying out of that tunnel, let's bring it up to 10 for our best trick competition at Taylor Eddins.
Woo! Taylor Eddins, everybody. Okay, head to judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores. 20 seconds.
Not only is he flying through the air, but then he takes his feet off the pegs and he contorts his body in the air, which watching him do that, I feel like I just pulled a muscle in my side or something like that. I just hats off to the wild men of freestyle motocross. And if you ever get the chance to hang out with these dudes, I highly recommend it. Scores in. Score for Taylor Eddins is 7.185. 7.185. Up next to the young gun of the group, let's hear it for Braden Putnam. The man in black with a 250cc bike. You can hear kind of that higher pitched brap brap compared to some of the 450s, that lower, deeper brap. But that doesn't stop him from going fast, flying high, and busting out some sweet moves. So remember, make some noise, Oakland. Come on.
Woo! Braden Putnam, everybody. Judgeszone.com. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
A classic. Nice whip, but really blurring the lines there of gravity, momentum, of energy, and just absolutely insane the way he pulls that bike around mid-air. Almost looks like he's going to do a barrel roll and brings it back down. Remember that score to beat. Taylor Eddins, a 7.185. 19-year-old Braden Putnam out there, riding with some big dogs. Rocking the Metal Militia shirt, it looks like. And we'll look it up. Scores are in. Score for Braden Putnam is 8.513. Your new leader, Braden Putnam. All right, up next, the guy who's won 2 competitions so far this weekend, Dean Pate. Another California superstar. Looking for some love. Come on, Oakland, make some noise. .513, the score to beat. Pressure's on for Dean Pate. Can he go 3 for 3 this weekend? The energy you bring, the bigger the trick we're going to see. Let's go, Oakland. Take it to 10.
Whoa! Dean Pate. What did you guys think about Dean Pate there? Let us know. Judgeszone.com.
Backflip combo with the Indian Air. So the backflip, the Indian Air, tossing the feet off the bike, twisting them around, setting it back down, making the entire thing from the launch to the trick to the landing, the entire execution flawless and looking easy. Dean Pate, scores are in, and the score is 9.248. Your new leader, Dean Pate. And up next, probably one of the craziest dudes on 2 wheels on the planet. Has ridden everywhere, just about around the world, busting out freestyle motocross tricks for everyone. Jared LaRue from Arizona, and a guy who has beat cancer. You heard that right. There is nothing that can stop this man, and he's making his way down the tunnel. Make some noise!
Jared LaRue! What did you guys think? Judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores. 20 seconds.
Big score to beat it, a 9.248. And earlier this afternoon, Jared LaRue almost stole the win from Dean Pate. And will the fans reward a classic gnarly whip, or is Dean Pate with the backflip combo going to take the win? Here we go. Scores are in. The score for Jared LaRue is 7.531, third place. That means your winner is Dean Pate.
It ain't over yet, Oakland. You guys ready to see the encore? It's time now for the Monster Jam train. Each rider will go back to back to back nonstop while doing their best trick in midair. But oh boy, they need your help. If you're ready for the Monster Jam train, let me hear you go. Choo choo! Yeah! Here they go. Go! Yeah! Okay, I don't know, California. You think they can do a little bit better than that? You want to see another Monster Jam train? I need everybody once again to go choo-choo! Yeah! Get it ready. Here they come. Go, 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 gone. Yeah. Okay, all right. I think they can do a little bit better than that. Let me see if you guys are ready. I need everybody on this side, if you're ready to see it again, scream. Okay, this side, scream. How about you guys over here, scream. Okay, everybody on this side, scream. I need everybody to go choo-choo! Ah! Yeah! Round of applause, everybody, for our incredible FMX riders, Taylor Addis, Braden Putnam, Dean Pate, and Jarrett LaRue. These guys are wild. One more time for our FMX superstars, y'all. Coming out here risking their entire lives for this. I see you, Dean. You're breathing hard. You got to be in shape for this?
Yeah, man, you got to work out a lot. You know, you're up there jumping around on the bike. You know, you are going slow, but it takes a lot of agility to be out here doing this. Oakland, that was a backflip Indian Air. It's probably one of my best ones. What do you guys think?
Okay, what is your inspiration to do all of this since you first started?
Man, honestly, I started out as a little kid in the stands. I was like 3 years old. I came to my first monster truck show. My dad took me. Man, I seen the freestyle motocross out here, and that's all I've ever wanted to do. I've worked hard. I've practiced. I've dedicated pretty much my whole entire life growing up to this, man. And I'm out here putting on shows in front of you big, large fans, and I can't thank anything more for you guys showing up at Monster Jam and support. And so all you Monster Jam fans, thank you for coming out!
Dean Pate, everybody, your FMX freestyle winner. We've reached the pinnacle of today's event, Oakland. This is Monster Jam Freestyle. make some noise for Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores now.
So if this is your first Monster Jam, we hope that you will join us again next year when we make our return back to Oakland, or next week, SoFi Stadium. All 8 drivers plus 4 more are going to be back into the action with Stadium Championship Series West, and Mike Christensen, Vendetta, in the thick of things this season and the action here tonight. And our first scores are in for freestyle. The score for Vendetta is 6.375. Right now, the score to beat, Mike Christensen, Vendetta. All right, Oakland, put those bullhorns up. 25 years we celebrate the Crazy Bull, and it's about to get wild. It's Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Got himself in a little bit of a pickle.
What? Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Let's lock in those scores, y'all.
The Crazy Bull is an upside-down turtle right now, trying to get a little wheelie out, walk the truck across the pod, but the El Toro Loco had something else in store there, falling backwards, about 35 seconds left on the clock, but a fun moment right there. Here we go. Scores are in. Score to beat Vendetta, 6.375. The score for El Toro Loco is 7.601. Your new leader, El Toro Loco.
Monster Jam fans, it is time for us to have a little bit of fun here in the stands. I'm here in section 120. Now we're going to start the wave. Earlier this weekend, you guys went wild on it, so let's make this night count. Now, we're going from 120, 119, 118, 117, 116, 115, and that's the direction we're going to go. All right? When I count to 3, 1, 2, 3, go! There you go. Keep going. Uh-huh. Yeah. Coming back again. Get ready again. Come on, section 120. Ah! Come on. Make the wave big. Come on. Okay. Get ready. I need you to go faster this time. Go, 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 go. Woo! Last one. Make it count, Oakland. Get ready to end it right here, 120. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! That was awesome. Oh, y'all still want to go? Bryce Kitty Tech Deck Rec Deck is up next. Y'all keep going though.
Score to beat right now, Toro Loco 7.601. Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck, coming out earlier with the racing win. Get the first 8 points and in the hunt for tonight's BKT Overall Event Championship. You can keep that going all night if you want to. We don't have to stop right now. But here's Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck.
Make some noise for Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. JudgesZone.com, lock 'em.
Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Here's a driver who is destined for a Monster Jam World Finals Championship one of these seasons and has been in the hunt this season for this Stadium West Series Championship. Debuting this brand new truck at World Finals last year, which Monster Jam World Finals, July 4th weekend, Salt Lake City, Utah, with the Utah Sports Commission. There is no bigger Monster Jam event with access to superstars like Bryce Kenny, all of our series drivers and trucks, and you have to be there for the action. All right, scores are in. The score for Tech Deck, Rec Deck is 7.952. Your new leader is Tech Deck, Rec Deck. So while our JCB Dirt Squad puts a little touch on our track right now, it's time to crown our St. Jude Ambassador of the event. Your donations tonight mean the world to families we'll never meet and children who will one day beat childhood cancer because of our donations, because of keeping family together. We're on the road to ending childhood cancer. Thank you, Oakland, for your donations. Your St. Jude Ambassador of the event is Tyler Menninga Gravedigger. And again, anytime you are feeling like you want to make an impact, you can visit stjude.org to make a donation, or you can check out monsterjam.com for more info on our friendly fundraising competitions and at Monster Jam World Finals. We will crown our St. Jude Ambassador of the Year who has raised the most money in their name this season. Up next, it's time for Caleb Blood's Sparkle Smash. It looks like she's lining up for the Morgan and Morgan backflip.
Sparkle Smash.
Don't forget to lock in your scores at judgeszone.com. You want to talk about sitting on top of the world right now. Kayla Blood absolutely delivering in freestyle in Sparkle Smash. All right, Oakland. Scores are in at judgeszone.com. Hold on, we're going to give Kayla a second to get her helmet, get her Hans. Kayla, look up at that scoreboard. The scores are in. The score for Sparkle Smash is... $8.752. Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash, your new leader. Here's our super glued to the action replay. Great momentum, great flip, sets it down, hits the throttle from there. And we've got one more event tomorrow here in Oakland. You'll be able to watch all the action on YouTube. Make sure to follow Monster Jam, or you can get your tickets to join us. We've got 4 trucks left before we crown our BKT overall event champion. Cowabunga, dude. Up next, it's Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked.
Let's hear it for Dalton Widener, y'all. Shell Shocked. Locking those scores, judgeszone.com.
Who needs horsepower when you've got turtle power? Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked, making a statement early in his career. This is one of the the 3rd season in Monster Jam, his 2nd in stadiums, and he continues to show up for every competition, every weekend. And fun fact, he has not rolled that truck yet once since he debuted it last year in the fall on Monster Jam Series. So Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked, looking at a long career in Monster Jam if he keeps performing at that level. All right, scores are in. Score for Shell Shocked is 7.534. 4th place right now for Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. 3 trucks remain in freestyle. Sparkle Smash, your current leader, score to beat 8.752. Still some room at the top to take the freestyle win. Tech Deck, Rec Deck in 2nd. And Zach Gardner, wild side on the floor now, ready to burn it down in Oakland.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner, Wild Side. Lock in those scores, judgeszone.com.
Former World Finals racing champion, hoping to get that invite to Monster Jam World Finals July 4th weekend in Salt Lake City, Utah with the Utah Sports Commission. There are many World Finals championships in this young superstar's future. And you're going to get to see him again next week, SoFi Stadium. Get your tickets at monsterjam.com for all of that action. Scores are in. The score for Wild Side is 7.453. 7.453. That's fifth place right now for Zach Garner in Wild Side. Speaking of the Monster Jam World Finals, getting the 250th birthday started for America with Zombie Stars and Stripes. You're riding on board with Bari Musauer. Everyone, get your zombie arms in the air for Zombie Stars and Stripes. Zombie Stars and Stripes. Let us know, what did you think? judgeszone.com. So, Zombie Stars and Stripes, a prelude to our Monster Jam World Finals, where I'm sure you might see a Stars and Stripes Gravedigger, a Stars and Stripes Sparkle Smash, and last year we had Stars and Stripes Megalodon. We'll see if that makes its return at this year's Monster Jam World Finals. You have to get your tickets at monsterjam.com to join us, to see it for yourself in person. And we'll see if Bari Musauer can grab his first World Finals championship in Zombie in July. All right, scores are in. Score for Zombie Stars and Stripes is 7.912. Zombie Stars and Stripes currently third place in freestyle. One competitor left, and everything on the line right now for the BKT Overall Event Championship. It's time for Tyler Menninga Gravedigger.
Let's hear it for Tyler Meninga, Grave Digger. Lock in those scores, 20 seconds, judgeszone.com.
Final 8 points of the night up for grabs right now. And wherever Gravedigger places has huge implications on who will be tonight's BKT overall event champion. Your scores right now are going to decide who that will be. Scores are in. The score to beat Sparkle Smash, 8.752. The score for Gravedigger is 8.281. That means your freestyle winner is Sparkle Smash. Now that we've given away the final 8 points of the event, let's see who our BKT overall event champion is. By 1 point, a total of 21. Your BKT overall event champion, Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger.
Tyler, it feels like deja vu. You're now 3 out of 3 overall event championships, 1 here in Oakland. You cannot be stopped right now.
You know what, Oakland? This is awesome right here, but I couldn't be holding this trophy on the top of this dirt mound without the help of this guy right here, man. He works his tail off on this truck so I can come out and drive it as hard as I want. And it's all for you fans, man. You guys are what paved the way for the Gravedigger team. You don't see any title sponsor on the side of this truck. You guys, you fans, are Gravedigger sponsor. And I'm going to pay it back every time I'm behind the wheel of that truck. Oakland, California, we got one left tomorrow. I'd love to see each and every one of you guys here. But if not, I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Thank you.
A hard-fought victory for this girl right here, Kayla. Listen to those fans. Wow. What do you have to say with a response like that?
Man, guys, y'all don't know how much that means to me. To be able to come out here in California, I've spent most of my Monster Jam career out here in California meeting all of you amazing fans, and you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all the support.
First competition win of 2026 for this girl right here. Let's hear it one more time for Kayla Blood, Sparkle Smash.
Congratulations to Tyler Meninga and Gravedigger, but the excitement for Sparkle Smash, I got the chills right now. Oakland loves Sparkle Smash.
I love Sparkle Smash too. It reminds me of a bit of a cupcake, if you will.
A very delicious one that shoots out glitter on a regular basis. So, Jabari, talk about your experience with the fans in the stands. I mean, it's got to be electric. It's just been awesome so far.
So far, man, Oakland has been incredible. Oakland, come on, one more time. If you had a good time, scream! Yep.
I finally got a pick right. Yeah, you're 0 for 3. Maybe tomorrow you pick somebody different?
Maybe not.
Well, hey, guess what? We got one more tomorrow. So, Oakland, we got tickets. You can get them at the box office. You can watch every minute of the action on YouTube. You don't want to miss it. And then next week, SoFi Stadium, where all 12 superstars on this series are going to be battling it out with only a handful of events left. So, get your tickets at monsterjam.com. Jabari, anything you want to say to your people?
I love all the beautiful people.
We had a great time. For KCG, Jabari Thomas, I'm Ryan Lacoste in Oakland. Just in case you didn't know, that was Monster Jam.